Yeah. Yeah. We're just waiting for Holly to finish. Two, yeah. Check 1 2. All right. We here. Welcome to the Shit Vegan Show.
Welcome.
We missed the last week because I had to run.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I had to run.
That's okay though. We're here today.
Yep. By having to run, I had the runs.
Yeah. Did they need to know that or?
I think so.
Okay. Are you all clear now, right?
Yeah, we're good.
I hope so. Because I just ate the food that you made me, so.
I bought food that day.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so how you going?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. How's your week?
Yeah, it's been my week is in today.
No, I was in since the last time I saw you.
Oh,
It's been what? How long has it been? 2 weeks? No, wait.
When
was the last time I saw you?
or maybe it has been 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Yeah, it's been busy, been keeping busy and everything. So,
nice.
Yeah, how about you?
Yeah, been all right. Been keeping busy too, working. I haven't ridden my bike once in the last 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yep. We were going through a stage where I was ringing her up every morning at 7 a.m. to try and wake her up, get her out of bed, get her into work early. It's so hard. It's not easy. Hard. Things aren't.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
It is really difficult. I think you need to start that up again.
Yeah. I need to. I think I'm going to be riding my bike tomorrow. So
I'll pay you in like some kind of sweets or something.
Yeah. So we have got some shirts on the way.
Yes.
I bought some shirts, spent some money, got some shirts organised. I had organised to go through a friend, but the payment methods weren't very accessible for me at the moment or at the time. I had to actually borrow some money from ZipPay to be able to pay for some shirts to come through. So I've got 15 shirts coming in if anyone's keen. It's just going to be the logo, as you can see right here, on a white shirt. I don't know anything about prices or anything like that if anyone's keen, but for the time being, it's going to go to all the people who've been on the show. So I'll try and send one out to Tash.
And us?
Yeah, of course us. Yeah, we're going to get
one.
Though
I have to say, I really appreciate your shirt. Is that from Crux?
Yeah, the Crux.
I love it.
Yeah, it's got the that and on the back.
Simple yet effective. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wait. I love that. That's awesome.
Love it.
I do. I love it. I want one now.
So that goes all right.
Take it off. Let me have that.
Oh, yeah. I hit it with some fucking bleach accidentally.
Oh my god.
But no one really noticed, so.
Oh well, it's just more of an effect.
Yeah. So yeah, we're this is the Shit Vegan Show. It's we've changed it from every Monday 7 o'clock to 7:30. Just gonna get shit rolling. We got a whole bunch of topics to discuss today.
Yeah, I'm keen for today's topics.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the vegan grey areas. So things that usually vegans might disagree on within the community. So there's a few of them. And I guess it just all depends. Like some of these things I wouldn't consider a grey area for me, but other people do for them. So yeah, I'm keen to have your opinion on this one, especially.
Yeah, wicked. And we've got if anyone wants to drop some comments, drop some messages, anything like that, we can.
Or any grey areas.
Any grey areas, we can bring them into the chat. We spent like last week just messaging each other, just throwing them out and seeing what's up. And there was a couple where because I don't really like to talk to you about it during the week because we can save it for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's kind of this is a good opportunity for us to, I guess, if we were to discuss what we're talking about when we're texting each other, then it kind of gives us a bias.
Yeah, it does.
Because like I reckon I could get you around to a lot of these, and because I've actually spent a lot of time like sort of thinking them through and whatnot. But then again, you could probably get me around to some like what was it with Tash and like getting all naked and shit.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, nah to begin with. But then
the blood, you were like, no way.
Yeah, but then I came around. It worked, so got me going.
Well, yeah, I'm always willing to have like people's opinions and hear them out. So a lot of my opinions aren't set; they're just how I feel. So yeah, no, I'm keen. I'm keen for this one.
Yeah, sweet. All right. So do you want to pick one first to start off with?
Well, did you want to start with the one with the video, or do you want to start with a random one?
Yeah. Okay. Well,
actually, you know what? Let's start on this one. So.
Yeah, okay.
This is an interesting one, and you do get a lot of vegan debate about this in vegan groups. So it's about cooking vegan items on the same grill or the same, what's it called, deep fryer.
Yeah, or buying things from places that cook on the same grill.
Yeah. So, for instance, some people consider the Hungry Jack's Rebel Whopper. So when you get the Rebel Whopper, I should say it doesn't come with vegan cheese and vegan mayo, but they do have it so you can swap it out for vegan cheese and vegan mayo. I personally would say it's vegan. I don't eat Hungry Jack's a lot, let me just say that first, but I have had a Rebel Whopper from there, swapped out to vegan cheese, swapped it to vegan mayo. I know it's cooked on the same grill as the meat, but I don't consider myself not having a vegan meal. But a lot of people will be like, nope, it's not vegan because it's not cooked on the same grill. Same thing with hot chips. Generally, they do have the different fryer, but I don't know if you can guarantee it everywhere. So, do you want to give your opinion on that one?
Yeah, so I think with that, like it comes down to like a personal preference.
Yeah.
Like, see, I wouldn't. To begin with, I was like, nah. It's cooked in the same fryer. It's not vegan. It's touching animal products. It's not vegan. But I think after thinking about it a bit more, it's more sort of like for me, it comes down to personal preference and what you think is okay. Like, because I think about it in the sense that also if I'm buying like, vegan chocolate from Coles and it says produced on the same may contain milk products because it's produced on the same assembly conveyor belt. It's like it's that, but to a smaller degree. I would avoid having sort of chips cooked in the same deep fryer. But I've had the Rebel Whopper myself. And I reckon it's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's good. I do think it's good.
Great. But I would go the vegan burger over the Rebel Whopper if I had the choice.
Okay.
I mean, I've had it a couple of times, but I'm always in the back of my mind, like if I go to Hungry Jack's, I'm like, oh, what do I get? And I was like, always the vegan burger, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me, it's if there's an option. So if I'm walking down the street and I know that a place does the chips in a vegan fryer, or I know the burgers are on a separate grill, I'm going to go for that option. But where there isn't an option, if I'm out and I'm really hungry and I can't find anywhere that the chips cooked in a separate oil or the patties on a separate grill, like I will take it.
Yeah.
It's a convenience thing. And also it's, a lot of people say to me, but it is on the same one. But the juices and the cross-contamination and it's, I get it. I get it. But shouldn't we be starting to support the actual vegan menu item?
Yeah, I think that's a good point too. I would advocate for, say, someone who I know who isn't a vegan to go get the Rebel Whopper.
100%.
I'd say go get the Rebel Whopper. It's plant-based. And even Hungry Jack's don't call it vegan. Like, it's plant-based by their standards. And correct. I actually think that's a good move by Hungry Jack's to say that, because it takes them out of the argument, because they're not claiming it's vegan at all. Whereas you get a whole bunch of other like companies, there's a whole bunch of others that like say companies. I remember a little while ago in Adelaide, there was this, I don't know if I should say the name, but there was a gluten-free cupcake store that was selling, that was vegan, but they were selling dairy milk but charging 50 cents extra in their coffees.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
And
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah. So, and I was coming at them and saying, hey, no. Your cafe's not vegan because you support the dairy industry.
Yeah.
And, but we can't make money, doing the, without serving dairy and shit like that.
Were you wearing that shirt? Did you turn around?
No. No. But yeah, like they didn't really have much of an argument. They just walk out of it and not be held accountable and things like that. But yeah, I think things on the same grill, if you can avoid it.
That's what
It's
I
really
think.
up to you to decide because the product inherently is vegan.
Yes.
So yeah, in my opinion. Yeah. I know a lot of people may disagree with that, but
And that's okay.
yeah,
That's okay. There's different levels of everything.
See,
So
this is one of those topics that I think people can disagree on and still be all right because there's things that are black and white, like racism, sexism, speciesism, all that sort of stuff. Speciesism, that's...
speciesism. So, yeah, I actually... so, near me, I prefer Zambreros, but near me is Guzman y Gomez.
Oh, yeah. There's a controversy recently.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Yeah.
Yeah, so this is another example of this one.
Yeah.
So I go and get their burritos. So, it's just like you've rice and you get your sauteed vegetables. I haven't tried the shredded mushroom. I've just the sauteed vegetables. And you can swap the cheese out for like a chimi mayo, which is vegan.
Yeah.
So I've been getting them. They're pretty good. $9.90. Good lunch. Very filling. Pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw recently that the vegan scanner, which is a great...
The Fussy Vegan.
The Fussy Vegan, sorry, yeah. The Fussy Vegan, which is a great app, and if you don't have it, you should definitely get it. It saves so much time at the supermarket.
It does have a price. I think for Android,
it does.
it's like $7. But for Apple or...
it's a one-off payment, though.
Yeah, it's one-off payment.
It's
totally
100%
it is worth it.
Yeah, you can just scan the product and it will let you know what the vegan status is, and they actually do their research into it. So they call up the companies, and you know what? I'm going to give them a plug because I use this app all the time.
Do emails and shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so they send a lot of stuff out, actually do their research, and they tell you why it's not vegan, like why it is vegan or why it's not vegan.
Yep. So you can walk up to like any product, you can scan the product and it will tell you its vegan status.
So this is Fussy Vegan. There we go. Wait, So let's type in.
And I remember there was the whole controversy with the sriracha sauce.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
So if anyone isn't aware, the Hoi Fong sriracha sauce, the main sauce that everyone gets it all the time, it's the hot sauce, is not vegan by default because the sugar that's used in it is processed using bone char.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's an American product, and the main source of sugar in America is produced through bone char, and that's what makes it non-vegan. So if you were to go to the Fussy Vegan app and scan that sriracha, the HUYFONG, the main one, it will come up as not vegan for that reason. But there are a whole bunch of other, like there's a Tabasco sriracha that's vegan, which is good. You're not into spicy shit.
I'm not, but I have seen.
Yeah.
So this is Guzman y Gomez. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that correctly. So it's got a non-vegan status on it, and they've put here. They've provided the following statement. Our menu... Oh, sorry. Let me restart that again. That was not their statement. Our open and fast-paced kitchens mean we prepare all items on a common line, so ingredients like cheese shreds or juices from cooked meats may end up in menu items. We have conducted testing that shows despite operational procedures to minimize this, there is risk of ingredient contact that is greater than traces.
Yeah, right.
So... due to the greater than traces statement, no options at Guzman y Gomez except for bottled drinks, tea and coffee can be considered vegan as there would be a high risk of the item... can be considered vegan as there would be a high risk of the item containing animal ingredients. So, this... I still eat their food because I consider that as vegan.
Yeah.
But... it's got a non-vegan just because of the traces.
Yeah.
Which a lot of food can have. I guess it's greater than traces.
Yeah.
So it's saying, the line is like a continual line.
Yeah, and that's...
I haven't found anything foreign in my burrito yet, so...
See, when say I go to Zambreros, right, and I see them use the same
Or spoon or glove.
gloves.
Gloves, yeah.
I'll ask them to change it.
Yeah.
To avoid it as much as
Sometimes
possible.
they ask, actually.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
nice.
and that's really nice. And like the thing is, sometimes they get frustrated with it. I'm like, well, dude, you just got to like, hey, Paul, what's going on, my friend? Yeah, that's it. Fuck speciesism. Yeah, so they'll ask about the gloves, and sometimes they'll get a bit snarky. I'm like, well, mate, like, you know, if you were at a restaurant that was serving up dog meat and they touched it and you didn't want dog meat to go on your food,
yeah.
like, would you ask them to change it? You know, obviously, so it's the same sort of thing. And but yeah, I don't think it's too much of an issue to do it. Paul, we got a question. I personally don't eat at non-vegan restaurants, but I understand if people do it. Yeah, that's a good point too. And I try to avoid non-vegan restaurants as often as possible. But yeah, if there's a place that's got massive vegan options.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I want to support the vegan options when they roll them out. Another thing that I will say on this isn't really a grey area, but it kind of ties in with this and the comment that Paulius has said. It's okay. So I think I maybe have touched on this before, but I got into an argument once because somebody said, "Oh, you know, but that place isn't vegan, and even though they have vegan options, you should go to a completely vegan place." And I said, well, not everywhere is vegan, unfortunately. I try to go where I can, but, you know, I can't do that all the time. And I said, you know, I shop at Coles.
Yeah,
Coles, yeah. I shop at... Do you know Coles?
Keep going. This is a good point.
Yeah. So Coles support, you know, the dairy industry, the meat industry. They support numerous other industries. But there is nowhere for me to really shop that has everything that I need except maybe like stalls at the markets. And even those, like I'd have to go just to the veggie stall or just to this. And it's just not plausible.
Tell you what, where are you going to get your petrol?
Where am I going to get my petrol?
Exactly.
So I feel, and petrol stations, they sell meat.
Yep.
They sell dairy. Like, you can't avoid that fact. And people get annoyed at these parent companies. Oh, if you buy that, you're supporting the parent like if you buy Coca-Cola, then you're supporting this parent company. And it's like, but I go to Coles, like I'm automatically supporting all of their stuff.
Yep.
And they're big on their farmers.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So you can't avoid it. You can't avoid it.
And this is an argument that I got this week. But Paul, he says, yeah, that's my thought as well. Good argument. There's almost no markets that have only vegan food. Yep, totally. And
correct,
I'll tell you what, like, if there was one vegan supermarket, but it was down south, I still wouldn't go there just to do my shopping.
It's real far.
Because it's too far, you know, like, and it would be great, like, every time I'm down there, if I'm down there, I'll go there.
Oh, 100%.
If I'm down there, you know, but having said that, you just said this, responded to this argument that I got this week from that one person who's been giving me shit a lot. And this person, I won't name them on this show, because I want to keep it away from this show. Or if I debate them, I'm challenging them to debate me through this show at one point. Supposed friend of mine who has come up to me and has said, oh, well, Nick, but you shop at all these shops that sell animals and you go on all about all these animal products and that how people shouldn't be using animal products anymore. But you shop at Coles, you shop at Woolies. And like, well, so my response was just a straight up challenge. I wasn't going to respond to him in the messages. I'm like, nah.
Back on.
Come on, brother. Like, I challenge you to a debate. First of all, your argument's piss weak. I'm happy to, you know, drop it.
Yeah.
But if your argument does hold up, you'll win. So why wouldn't you want to, you know, have a debate with me or have a discussion with me? Because, if your argument's really strong, then you won't have a problem.
Yeah,
you'd bash me with it. And see, I was being very provoking, but it's the only reason I'm so provoking with this guy in particular is because we're at that point.
Yeah, you're at that point.
I'm at that point where I'm saying these things where this is a bit tangential, but like we'll get to it. But on that same topic,
While you talk about that for a sec, I'm not being rude. I'm just gonna put a plug on this.
Yeah, do it.
Chat.
Sweet. But yeah, so it's so funny how you bring that up. It's like someone else says, see, this is why the argument that you're making is piss weak. If you're watching, if you're coming here, and if you end up seeing this, I might cut this out and share it straight to you because it didn't come from my mouth to begin with. So I got to the point where I'm like, all right, now I have to start ridiculing you in order to provoke you into saying, all right, let's debate. So I offered to pay for an IQ test for him.
Oh my God.
Well, it got to that point, like, because, you know, if I find out that the IQ is below a certain number, I'm like, well, I don't really want to make fun of, you know, someone whose IQ is that low, or, you know, stomp them so hard that, you know, they'll just end up being violent towards me next time I see them. And the thing is, like, I'm saying these things like this only because it's gotten to that point with this one person. See, I give so much string to everyone, but this guy's string has gotten this small, and you probably would have recognized it by the way I'm speaking about it. And if anyone who's following me on Facebook can remember the name and know exactly who I'm talking about. And Paul dropped another comment. I don't eat at those restaurants because they could bring a different order, put animal products on accident or even on purpose. Yeah, totally. And I've heard that happening too. I've heard of situations where people have gone to like restaurants and like pubs and shit like that, and they've ordered the vegan meal, and the dude like takes a photo and puts it on, the chef takes a photo, puts it on Instagram and says, I put real butter on this.
Oh, that's horrible.
This vegan order, rah, rah. And I got a hold of that myself, and I found the guy. I messaged him.
Oh my
I'm
God,
like,
did you?
Yeah,
Good on you.
Yeah, and I messaged him. I'm like, this is going to your manager, mate, and sent
That's
it to his
so
manager.
good.
But, you know, fuck those people. Like, people like us want to avoid these products that are unhealthy for us, way more unhealthy than, you know, the alternative, which are, you know, vegan margarines and vegan shit like that, whatever, because of the cholesterol and whatnot. But it's like we also want to avoid animal exploitation as much as practically possible as well.
So how do I put a link in here? I copied the link.
So you go that one, and then you go. You don't have it.
No.
See, I was having this. One of my friends, Samity, was having the same issue.
Oh no, I changed mine to a business page. I think.
Are you doing it through Shit Vegans or?
No, I was doing it through my other one.
Oh dear. Twitch.tv/Shit Vegans, and hopefully people can.
TV.
Or put it in your bio and say link in my bio, link in the description. But yeah, so you know, shopping at non-vegan places is practical in our society.
Yes.
It's practical, and veganism is about doing everything that's reasonably practical and
it's not about being perfect. Like you cannot be a perfect vegan. There is no such thing.
No, you can't, unless your name's Holly.
I'm definitely not a perfect vegan. There was a mosquito on my arm.
Oh yes,
and I hit it.
Smack the mosquitoes off. I agree with that. If you're
put it in the bio. Does it work? Oh, it works.
Yeah, guys.
It works.
If you're
look at me being all tech savvy there.
If you're getting attacked, you have the right to defend yourself. So if you get a mosquito on you, you can, you know, smack it, right?
Thank you for justifying.
Well, yeah,
I appreciate
you. Know what I mean. You know,
I know what you mean.
But for the purpose of the podcast or the show, the Shit Vegan show, link in the description. I need to get in the habit of saying that sort of stuff. But yeah, back to the start, right? I didn't plug.
I'll just plug in
A.G.
one more on my other one.
A.G. Sterling, who puts the music up for us. I asked him if I could use his music for our show, and he was happy with it.
Oh,
so
awesome.
AG_Sterling. I've been using it. We've been using it the whole time. So
yeah.
Tracks. This one. I like this one.
All right, I'm done.
Like, even if we don't always talk about the topics, we can still fuck around.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's a good one. I'm happy with that cooked on the same grill one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we're on the same page for that one. Which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Cool.
See, basically for me, it's avoid it if you can.
Avoid it if you can.
If not, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Too much, you know.
Too much, yeah.
You know, yeah. Pretty much. All right, next.
All right.
What's next?
Okay. This one is I don't look. Okay, so riding horses. I am not a horse rider. I have ridden horses in the past.
I've ridden a horse once when I was like 10.
Yeah, I rode one once when I was a child, and it was horrifying. Like once it was really nice, and then the next time was horrifying. I don't really know too much about like riding horses and everything, but
Ride vegans, not horses.
yes, I consider horse riding not vegan. Is there a like button? Like I need to like a cross, you know?
What's this?
I feel like I really need that effect.
There's
No, like a beep no and a tick yes.
there's a
No, not an air
hang
horn.
or nope.
No.
Not that one.
Not that one. Definitely not that one.
That's all I've got on here.
Okay.
All right. Next show I'll have we'll
You
have some
a
soundboards.
bing and a cross. Okay.
Yeah. Well, this one I love all the time.
Well, because there's nothing uglier than an old infant.
That is your favorite.
That is my favorite.
Okay. So yeah, I consider horse riding and not vegan. Like I don't think that you should be on top of the animal if you don't need to.
Yep. And
We're
Paul
not-
agrees with us.
Okay, that is awesome. Thank you. I can't see on here for some reason.
Yeah, why's that not gone? Didn't appear on that stream.
Yeah, it
but
didn't appear
It
on
appeared down here.
Okay, it might in a minute. Yeah, I feel there's a lot of people who are passionate about horse riding. I feel like it's one of those things that you have to give up.
Yeah. Yep. Just
I
like
feel like the animal wants to be in that situation. Like we're not in the West. If we were in the West, I could justify it if we didn't have cars. I'd be like, okay.
I mean the wild West, you mean. We are in the West.
Oh yes, the wild, wild West.
Jim West, Desperado. No, okay.
No,
I'll stop.
no. So yeah, no.
Yeah, no, I'm not for horse riding. I tend to when I do my activism on Facebook, sometimes I'll target specific groups. So I'll target
The pony
hunters, I'll target fishermen, I'll target horse riders, I'll target vegetarians. In like when I say target, I mean I say something that will piss them off.
Yeah.
Say something that will drive a conversation for them to react to what I'm saying, to bring up the emotion and Nick, you're wrong. And then, okay, I've got you here. I've cast my line. I've hooked you. You're on the comment thread now. Now we can discuss why you think that. And now, and I'll never,
I like that.
I'll
I
never
like
go at them. That's why I'm really sharp. Not a lot of people have really spoken to me about the reasons why I'm really sharp. Or why I do it. We can go into that later, but yeah, like I'll attack fishermen as a whole. Like not anyone
not
in
the
particular.
personally. Yeah, no,
I'll
it's not
attack
personal.
society as a whole. I'll attack, as a whole. And if what I'm saying applies to those people, they're the ones that are usually like, the horse loves being ridden, all that sort of shit. And
yeah, they love it.
They love it. And I've heard the term before that a horse's spirit needs to be broken in order for them to be able to be tamed and to be ridden. Yeah. And I've seen lots of images of people on the backs of horses, and the horses' backs are just sort of bent up, and it's just crazy to see. And I've seen a lot of ex-race horses who have had like PTSD.
Yeah, they do.
they've been
They
treated,
do.
yeah.
Absolutely. A lot of animals are, capable of having PTSD.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go.
A lot of people would say, but they love being ridden and things like that. Well, it's like, first of all, how do you know that?
Yeah.
Secondly, they've been conditioned to be ridden.
They have been conditioned.
Kind of like dairy cows are conditioned to go into the milking parlour throughout their whole life. They know as soon as the bell rings or whatever, they know to get up, to start walking to the milking parlour to be milked, and all these things. And yeah, so Paul, they probably love running around, going outside, not the riding part. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
I would agree.
And that's why I see a lot of horse companions. I don't like using the term owners, but we've got that on here, so we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we do have that as a topic.
Which we can segue into after this. Owners of pets, owners of horses, owners of animals, companions. I see a lot of people who own their horses who are vegan or whatever. They take them for runs, and that's next to them.
I love horses. They're amazing.
Yeah, they're fucking huge, so big.
I know. You don't really realize until you're next to one.
Yeah.
They're quite scary as well.
Oh, yeah.
Big eyes and everything.
Yeah.
Actually, before we get into that one, can we? I was walking today. Yes. Yep. So I was walking today, and I messaged Nick, and I said, I feel a bit strange sometimes because my favorite outfit. Oh, that was a good one. My favorite outfits, like my favorite brand, I should say, is Ralph Lauren. Now, I liked Ralph Lauren before I was vegan. A lot of my clothes that are Ralph Lauren I bought before I was vegan, and some when I was vegan. I like the brand, but I'm actually wearing a shirt today. As you can see, it is a little dude. Oh, there, that side. Little dude. And he's got his stick and he's on the horse.
He's riding a horse.
He's riding the horse. So I've actually got Ralph Lauren shoes on today where there's I'm going to take off my shoe. I'm sorry about my feet. Just hold your breath for a minute, okay? Yeah, just hold your breath. I've been wearing these all day.
Same.
There he is.
Polo. YOLO, Ralph Lauren.
He is riding the horse.
YOLOs.
With a polo stick.
Yeah.
And it feels weird sometimes. I haven't actually been called out on it. I've been expecting it because it's like, it's not a very vegan thing to kind of represent. My bad. But
cheesy feet.
cheesy feet.
Cheers, Paul.
Yeah.
From Lithuania is where Paul's from.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I remember. Yeah. So, I mean, does that make me less vegan because I'm wearing that?
Nah, the only issue I have with it is that it's promoting horse riding.
Yeah.
And that's just the logo.
Yeah, it's just the logo. Like, I'm not actually like running around.
Yeah, and
horse,
I guess we
I
can
can't even put my damn shoe back on. I'm sorry.
I guess we can talk about this. This is a big topic in my life, actually. And it is sporting.
Is it your designer clothes? Oh,
Sporting goods.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do remember you. Yeah.
So I play baseball. I play baseball as a sport to pass time, to engage in better well-being, to socialize, to get fitter. Team building, socialization, confidence, all of that sort of stuff. And before I was vegan, I had bought a bunch of baseball gloves, one for every position on the diamond. And in a sense, I'm lucky that I had bought them prior to going vegan.
Absolutely, yep.
Because they're all made out of leather, and they're all made out of cow skin. They are all made from an animal who has been stabbed in the neck and had their skin ripped from them.
Yes.
So I can use their skin in order to play a sport. Now, I would never, ever support that industry ever again. But I also would not throw them out in the sense that I use them to play the sport. Now, I don't think it's right because I am promoting using it, but more of my thoughts on this is how are we going to change the world from that point of view when there's no vegans in the sport? So I could go to club meetings and I could advocate for the changing of the baseballs. I could advocate for someone to help me prototype a vegan leather in order to try and, use it in the games and see how it it works and how it
Holds up, yeah.
holds up, in sort of
Because it lasts.
in competitive sport. And see, I don't like the fact that I use leather to play the sport, but that's the only time I use it, And the only other thing I could do is bury it. And if I can't play the sport, how am I supposed to keep a vegan presence on the diamond and in the field and use my, this is a grey area for me personally.
It definitely is a grey area. Yes, sport equipment, but also like clothes, like leather jackets. I do have a pair of suede shoes that I bought before I was vegan. And before I actually realised suede was cow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I didn't know that for a while. Now I check my shoes that they don't contain leather. Anyway, but it is a grey area because a lot of vegans, firstly, the extreme, no, I shouldn't say the extreme vegans. There's different vegans who won't even buy new clothes. They will buy second-hand clothes because they're more sustainable, which there's nothing wrong with that. That's just your own thing. I don't agree with getting rid of your leather clothing or products that you've bought before you were vegan. It's only if you're buying them now that you are vegan and you understand. So,
yeah.
People are going to try to pick at you for these things and be like, oh, what are your shoes made out of? What's that made out of? And if it's made out of leather and I bought it before I was vegan, I would be like, oh, it is leather. I bought it before I was vegan. I know better now. Most of my other shoes are not leather.
And you can use that to discuss the topic at the time as well, and hopefully have people come on board. But one of the... See, I would disagree with that in that sense as well, in my own sort of way. I wouldn't wear... I wouldn't wear leather, out. I wouldn't wear a leather jacket out. So the only time I'd use leather is playing sport. So I wouldn't,
Do I look smarter in these glasses? I look like a dweeb. Not like you look like a dweeb. You look so smart in these glasses.
Nick looks so smart in Nick's glasses. Is that what you just said? Okay.
That's what I said.
But yeah, so I wouldn't wear my say if I had vegan shoes, I would donate them or give them away. That's just where I stand.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I would, of course, donate them.
Paulie has dropped some comments as well on the leather being used for baseball. That's a true grey zone. Using leather or not using it, so many opinions. Yeah, and some people will say to me, "Oh, but there are non-vegan. There are vegan leather alternatives that are already in circulation." But the issue with that is the quality. The non-vegan ones are usually for juniors.
They are.
They're for children who can just put their hand in a glove and they get a rubber baseball to catch with. Whereas the baseballs that we use, and it's the proper legit thing. And more on that topic as well. If you would be a top player in the world, you might change it, but to reach that level, you would probably need to use those animal products. Buying new leather is a no-no. Agree. Second-hand animal products is still a no-no, and I agree with that too.
And the emoji with the glasses, because I put your glasses on. I love that. Nice touch.
I agree with the second-hand animal products is a no-no as well.
Yes.
Insofar as, say, one of mine breaks down and I need to get another one, I will source it from my friends, see if they've got a spare one that they're not using, or second-hand sporting goods. For me, I am okay with that because I'm not contributing to anything new.
Yeah.
And it still falls in line with the same, in my opinion, the same reasoning that I'm still using them from before I was vegan.
It can be hard with these things. It really can, though. Sometimes you just want a pair of jeans and then at the very back they've got a little label on them that's leather. And I think, really? You could have just left those 3 inches of leather off my damn jeans.
Hey, right?
Oh, yeah, I can't stand that.
I know. And I saw this the other day, there's this new, you know how you're scrolling through Facebook or whatever, and the second thing's usually like an ad?
Yes.
And there was this thing that was like a pouch, and the pouch it was a folded up pouch in like a leather snap lock.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
And
I get you.
It opens up and then there's a pouch.
Yep.
And you can put if you're walking down, in the forest, you pick up your mushrooms or you go onto a fruit tree or
It's
whatever.
a forager pouch.
Yeah, forager pouch pretty much. And you can, it's just a bigger expansion of your pocket. And just that little part, the clip,
Just the clip.
leather. It's like, are you kidding me?
It drives me nuts. Even with shoes, sometimes it will be like PU, which is polyurethane. Yeah. So it's all good, and then it will be like one little leather strip, and you're like, damn, why does that one strip have to be leather?
Yeah, Paul, you're right there. Same with the small amount of milk in almost vegan product. Okay, almost, yeah.
Yeah.
So products that are almost vegan, they mess up the good product. Yeah,
Yeah, it is like that. It
Yeah.
is that one little tiny thing, and just even with shirts. Once I bought this dress off a website, and I got it in the post, and I took all the tags off and I put it on, and I was like,
say wool.
wait a minute. Oh, this is wool. Because I did on the site, like I was looking on the website, so it wasn't in person, and I already took all the tags off, and I thought, so there are some wool products I do have.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's see, we're vegans trying to navigate a non-vegan world, and we're doing the best that we can. This doesn't mean that it's justified or that it is okay that these things happened. A little while ago, someone at work offered me some chips. They were a flavor that I thought was vegan, so cool, I like those. Had a bite of one, all good. 20 minutes later, I was like, oh shit, I can't remember whether they're vegan or not. Picked up the packet, had a look. Oh, milk products, like milk solids.
Yeah, there was one flavor of chips. I was like, yeah, their other flavors are vegan, and I ate it, and I thought, this actually tastes really good. This flavor, how did they make such a simple flavor taste good? And then I was like, I'm gonna have a look at the ingredients. Dairy, and then I was like, oh no, I ate like half a packet. But mistakes happen. And that's one of those ones that they didn't need to have milk in. They could have just had it as the flavor.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we move on to our next one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Should we go with the oysters?
Yeah, okay. That was what we were going to start with, yeah.
Yeah. We were going to start with the oysters, but then I thought we'll change it to the cooked on the same grill. So I do consider oysters as a vegan product. They're not a sustainable product. So for the environmental reasons.
You say they are vegan?
Yeah.
Oyster, okay.
Yeah, I consider them vegan.
Okay.
For a sustainable thing, I mean, we shouldn't be taking shit out the ocean.
Yeah.
So I don't think that for that reason, like if you're a sustainable vegan, I wouldn't be having them.
Okay.
But they don't have a brain.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore they can't register pain. Mm-hmm. So therefore they're not technically like listed as an like animal in a way.
Yeah.
So if somebody said to me, I don't like them and I don't eat them. So I don't have oysters, tried it once, was like snot, wasn't my thing.
I used to eat them. Yeah.
So
I was vegan, yeah.
So I just think they're basically like an organism, kind of like a plant, and if somebody was like, I'm vegan and ate oysters, I would not have a problem with that. Yeah. But you're going to show me a video, so
So
I don't know if this is going to change my mind, so I might be eating my own words in a minute.
No, it's fine. I'm sure there will be things that I haven't thought of that you bring to the show that will bring me around as well. So, and you've already proven it to me with Tash and like we were talking about before. So for me, it's like a benefit of the doubt thing.
Okay.
Like given the benefit of the doubt, they're an animal product in the sense that they have clusters of brain nerve ganglia that sort of forms a brain, and then we can sort of take the reasoning behind that. Like say if there was a human that didn't have like a brain but had the nerve clusters.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
would we eat that? No, and so on. But you wouldn't have them anyway.
I'm not going to eat them regardless, but I don't have a problem with a vegan eating them.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. But they are the filters of the ocean. Obviously,
they are,
there's they have like all the shit run through them and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
They keep the oceans clean. I saw like a picture of a fish tank that had yuck water on the left and clean water on the right, and they said that the clean one on the right had like mollusks in there and like mussels and things like that. So
so they're filtered out.
They're the filters of the ocean. So we've got here a video from Bite Size Vegan. Goes for a little over 3 minutes. It features Gary Yourofsky. So if anyone's remembers who Gary Yourofsky is, amazing activist who has a lot of. He's very hard hitting, and I get a lot of the way I advocate through Gary's activism and how Gary goes about it, which is the sharp, just hard hitting thing. Of course, I remember those people. Gary made me go vegan. There you go. Paul, having all the organs. Could I give it the benefit of the doubt? Same deal. But that's okay. Yeah. All right. So this is
we're gonna learn today.
We're gonna learn.
Hi, it's Emily from Bite Size Vegan, and welcome to another Vegan Nugget.
I don't think Emily's active on Facebook. On YouTube much anymore. I think she released a couple of videos.
It's from 2014, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going back quite a while, yeah.
That's all right.
This video is another installation of my interview with vegan activist Gary Yourofsky. What you may not know is that our interview was filmed by the one and only vegan black metal chef of YouTube fame. During this particular question, he steps into the conversation because on top of being the Seitan worshipping Lord of Darkness, he also has a degree in neuroscience, which is very metal. So without further ado, let's talk about bivalves.
Not me.
Something that seems to be rising within the vegan community recently is the consumption of bivalves, meaning scallops, mussels, and oysters. The argument goes that they have no central nervous system, so would it be okay to consume them?
No, it's not okay. And first of all, clams and mussels and oysters are not plants. They're not listed in any science book as plants. The fact that they contain animal protein should let you know that they're off.
So angry.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, understand pain and suffering is the most important thing to eliminate. Okay, but being vegan means you don't consume animal products. If it has animal protein, it's an animal product. So forget about the clams, forget about the scallops, stick to the fruits and vegetables.
So there's more to it, but do you know who Gary Yourofsky is?
Oh, you've showed me him before.
Have I?
Yeah.
Right.
Or you've spoken about him. The name sounds very
Right, because his the best speech you'll ever hear, you probably would have heard of that.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
If you sit down and watch it, it goes for like an hour. And it's a lecture that he did at a university somewhere in America. Mm-hmm. His way with words and communicating is just so incredible, right? Mm-hmm. If you sit down and you watch it, you'll end up as sharp as me. Be like, fuck this world, that's how
I'll definitely watch it sometime. Yeah, I think I may have watched some of it at least. It sounds really familiar.
I'll send it to you one day. But yeah,
perfect.
Best speech for sure. Changed my perspective. Absolutely, Paul.
Awesome.
And to anyone who's listening, anyone who's watching this on YouTube, you won't see the comments because the comments, we're streaming this through Twitch and then I'm uploading it to YouTube. So that's probably why you'll hear us responding to people, just so you're aware. But yeah.
And they have the precursors to central nervous system. They have nerve ganglia. Even if they're not all connected as a brain, there's little clusters of nerves that is almost like a pre-brain. We have nerve ganglia too that act as sort of mini brains, so our brain doesn't have to do all the work. And so that's just fucking weird and bullshit.
Like a black metal chef for the win over there.
Degree in neuroscience comes in useful every now and then.
Actually, come on and say that. By the way, we got the vegan metal chef wants to add something to it. Let's go.
So yeah, fucking clams, oysters, and bivalves and things, they have nerve ganglia. Even if it's not in a central nervous system, they have little bundles of nerves which sort of act like.
Have you watched this, Paul?
Their nervous system. We have nerve ganglia in our bodies so that our brain doesn't have to do all the work. So it's like mini processing stations, which is very similar. So I don't fucking get that. That's just weird.
Nicely done. Thank you. Thank you. That's excellent.
I hope you enjoyed hearing Gary and the vegan black metal chef's take on this
Look.
topic. The bivalve debate.
Did that get you across?
Look, I'm not going to disagree. Okay, I get what they're saying. I completely agree with what they're saying. For me, I don't eat animals because I don't want the pain to be on them.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I'm a vegan for the animals. So I don't want to inflict any pain. If there's no pain, then that's where my kind of area is like, well, if there's no pain, yeah.
Yeah, I can blow that up.
Well, you can blow it up if you like. Go right ahead.
Like, say I can't feel pain. Does that mean?
Well, you can feel pain,
But let's say I can't.
but you've got the system to feel pain.
Yeah, no, but let's say I can't. Let's say I don't.
Okay.
Let's remove that. Does that make it okay?
Well, yeah, because you haven't got the system to register the pain. So
Really?
therefore, it's like cutting a tree branch.
No, but like, say I'm still sentient. I just can't feel, like there's something wrong with my brain where I can't feel pain. Like I'm one of those people that have. There's genuine people out there that can't feel anything, and I
There is, but they've still got a brain.
Yeah. But
yeah.
okay, so brain now is
The brain is the thing. The brain is the thing for me.
okay, right.
Because it's the brain that recognizes pain. So if there's no brain, you can't recognize pain.
Okay, we can break this down another time.
Yeah, we for sure can, but that's my thing.
Yeah,
My
okay.
thing is I don't want them to anything to be in pain. Trees and plants have their own kind of system of the way they go. I consider, even though they're saying they have an animal meat in them, I still consider them in the same level as plants and like seaweed and all of that. For me, it's on the same level. That's just me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. In sentience, I would say that there is some. I have some agreements there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's my own personal opinion. So that's why I feel like it's okay to eat those oysters and scallops and stuff because, they don't have a brain, they can't feel pain. Though, like I said, if you're a sustainable person, it's not a good thing to do.
Yeah. And if you're not a sustainable person, then fuck you.
So, yeah, like I said, I don't eat oysters or scallops or anything anyway. So.
And Paul's the same. For me, it's sentience. Even if I would be killed without pain, I don't want to die, not just avoid pain. Yeah. fair
Okay.
point.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
All right, what's next? Got anything more interesting?
Oh, do you want to do the figs?
Yeah, all right. I put it on there because we were talking about these things earlier in the week, and like, oh yeah, just throw out some things you want to talk about, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Holly sent me a message saying, "Let's talk about figs." I'm like, "What about figs?"
Yeah.
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 Okay, but open it up. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, I first off, I'm going to open by saying I think figs are vegan. I do. Some vegans think that figs aren't vegan because the way that figs get, what's it called? Oh, what's the word?
Pollinated?
Pollinated. There we go. It just
yeah.
whooshed out of my head. Is that the mosquitoes go up inside the figs and then they lay their, is it larvae?
Yeah.
I don't know. And then they stay in there, like the one that's died stays in there and it kind of gets absorbed by the fig.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So some people think because it's basically this capsule for this dead mosquito. Oh no, it's not mosquitoes, it's wasps.
Yeah,
oh
you
my
got-
god,
yeah.
wasps. Sorry, it's wasps.
So is this every single fig that sort of grows on a tree?
That's what my understanding is.
Yeah.
That the wasp goes in and then has the party and then dies and falls out.
Right, okay.
So people think, well, it's not vegan because of that. But I think, well, aren't most fruits born by some bug that's pollinated it? Like they have to go
Yeah,
from the male
so-
to the female one and transfer it?
Pretty much. So the Huffington Post did a video about it. So pretty much like most plants on the planet are pollinated
Yes. Yeah.
by bees. And a lot of farms like avocado farms, for instance.
Yeah. That's another one we had here,
is
avocados.
Avery, welcome to the stream. How you going?
Hey, Avery.
Yeah, so pollinated by bees. Almonds. In California, a lot of almond plantations, they have people who drive beehives into...
I have seen that.
Yeah, into the forests where they put to pollinate, to go out and pollinate all the things. Now,
they need to be pollinated.
That's right. And thing is, like, I wouldn't consider using them as vegan, but I would still consider the product, like the almond and whatnot, as a vegan.
Yeah, as a vegan product.
As a vegan product, right? I wouldn't consider, using animals for benefit as beneficial. But yes, it is mutually beneficial for them. They need these figs. They choose to use them.
Exactly.
Yep.
So they need to use them.
Avery, we're doing really well. This is another episode of the Shit Vegan Show. Welcome to the Shit Vegan Show, people. We covered a few topics already. Feel free to check this out on YouTube afterwards. youtube.com/shitvegans.
Yes, plug it.
Instagram.com/shitvegans. Everything.com/shitvegans. But yeah, there's a few.
Yeah, I just think, like, fruit, that's how we get fruit, is it's pollinated. So what's the difference from a wasp to a bee? I don't get it. So, and I've actually been asked at restaurants, somebody said this to me, just so you know, our meal is vegan, but it does contain figs, so I don't know how you feel about that, because some people consider it not vegan.
Figs, I think they're vegan.
I think they're vegan.
Oh, there's our mate, John Venus. Did you watch the video that I did the other day?
No, I didn't.
Oh, no, because I put up an episode.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, without going into any of these videos, I can see there's Happy Healthy Vegan, there's Simnett Nutrition, there's... I don't know who that is. Durian Rider, he can piss off. Figs contain dead wasps is vegan. Wasps in figs. I didn't know it was wasps, actually. Yeah.
So I said mosquitoes at first, but it's definitely wasps.
The unnatural bee pollination is a bigger problem. I avoid that stuff. Yeah, Paul, I agree.
And lucky for me, my aunt has a fig tree, and I haven't found any dead wasps in there, so that's really nice.
So also, like, with the whole figs being not vegan as well, there was a thing that went out a little while ago that was used to try and debunk veganism, where they were saying that avocados weren't vegan.
Yes.
For the exact same reason about the bees, and all the avocado cartels and all that sort of stuff. So, there's these certain things, and the other one we were just saying, which we won't go too much into, but coconuts, not for the actual coconut, but because some are sourced by monkeys. I've heard about that too. A lot of the coconut waters and things like that. I've heard a lot. I think in Sri Lanka is one of the biggest contributors to that industry. I'd have to look into it a bit more, but that's a thing. That's a dang thing. But yeah, I guess I'd say figs are vegan. Yeah. Yep. Do you agree? You Holly?
Huh?
Do you agree?
Oh, sorry, I was reading the comments.
Do you want to read some out?
Yeah. So it's not like humans are forcing the bees and wasps to do anything, because there's a natural process of the bees pollinating the flowers, and the wasps in figs is a natural process. And dead wasps get digested by the enzymes. You won't find them in ripe figs. That is correct.
Right.
Yeah. And I think the wasp in figs is only a certain type of fig. Could be. I'm not too sure if it's in a certain type of fig.
Because I like figs. I like...
They're so good.
Yeah, I like their texture. Like, just the crunchy, rubbery... Yeah, I haven't had a fig in a long time, but
really?
I do
went
like
fig
them.
picking, and it was great.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Figs.
Okay, you really like figs then.
Next.
Next. Did
Shit
you
vegas.
want to go into this one, or should we save this one for another time?
That's
That's a big one.
we could spend a bit of time.
Probably
on
go
that.
through. We can probably go through all of these. It's just going to be a bit of a longer stream, but that's okay. Unless you want to do a part 2.
Let's do one more, and then we've been going for over an hour now, so we can. Wrap it up
It's
after
just
that.
a fun topic to go through these. So we can either do like a grey areas part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, okay.
Because
All right.
there's a few, but we can go through one more if you like.
Yeah, let's do it. Which one?
Oh, do you want to go through this one? Because I wanted to talk about this the other week.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what you want. Yep. Cool.
Yeah,
Done,
and then
done.
we can
Is
do these
that
other ones.
Is that the same as?
Yeah, sorry, it's the same as this.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
I
yeah,
didn't
cool.
see that in the
Yeah.
first.
Cool.
Okay, so pets.
Yes.
Pets.
Yes. I don't eat figs, but not because of wasps.
Oh my gosh, look at that little emoji. It's like a creepy little clown face.
One day I'll have my own emojis when we become affiliates.
Yeah, we'll make some emojis.
Which affiliate?
So we both have pets.
Yes.
I
think she's out there somewhere, running around the joint.
I guess some vegans would say having any pet is not a vegan thing.
Or some non-vegans using that to try and debunk veganism.
Yes, I have had that. I have had that for sure. I think there's 2 types of people who have pets. There is types of people like you and I, where they're family.
Yeah.
And they're treated like family and looked after like family. There is other people who have pets who just see them as a pet and like a secondary thing.
Yep.
So firstly, I want to just put that out there. There's the 2 types I've found personally.
Yep.
There'll be people that like pets in my life. I let them inside. They're part of the family. I want to bring them places. And then other people will be like, nope, they can't come inside. They're not allowed on the furniture. You know.
Yeah, treating them like second class sort of.
Yeah.
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 It's a vegan grey area. In a non-vegan world, I think having pets is fine, but not buying them or breeding them. That was from Paul. And yeah, on that, I would agree. See, in an ideal vegan world, there would be no such thing as a pet.
Correct.
Because we don't. Who gives us the right to own someone else?
Mm-hmm.
And where we spoke about that the other week, we spoke about vegan pet food, and it sort of ties into that sort of thing, you know, because what are we going to feed them? How are we going to keep them alive? Is it justified to kill other animals to keep one animal alive? And all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
It's like, see, pets or animals that are considered pets in our society are not naturally meant to be here. You know, they're bred to be here.
They are bred to be here. Dogs are changed their genetics over time.
Yeah, they're all descendants from like big cats and big dogs and wolves and all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, see, it's the vegan position where if you can, this is my vegan position. If you can rescue, then you should.
Oh yeah, 100% agree with that. Like, I do think the right vegan thing to do is if you are going to adopt a pet into your life, go get one from a shelter. You don't need to buy that $4,000, $5,000 designer dog. Go get one from a shelter. We need to decrease the supply and demand for these designer dogs when there's plenty of them out there that need a loving home. I think there's, a lot of people, a lot of non-vegans, they're so uppity about, dogs and cats versus cows and pigs because it's who they've related to. So they've got this image in their head of, I don't want to hurt a dog or a cat, but I'll hurt a cow or a pig or a chicken because I can't relate to them like I can relate to dogs or cats. Doesn't mean it's right, but that's generally the consensus.
Yeah, totally agree. And it's like who says you can't have have a cow in your home. You know, like
Exactly.
If I could have a cow in this
Well,
home, I
maybe
would.
maybe the council, but
Oh yeah. You know, the species
Yeah.
council. But yeah, like if my home was built to have a cow, I would rescue a cow.
Yeah.
If my home was built to have a pig, I'd rescue a pig. You know, I would if I could.
yeah.
But the world that I've set myself up to be in can only facilitate a cat right now. And even that, you know, is restricting on my own life, which isn't an issue because I love her. She's down by by our feet and give us little cuddles. And
Look, she's just she knew to come in at the moment we're talking about pets. She's stayed away this whole time.
yeah, she's my little girl. Yeah, she's my best friend. You know, she's 11, going on 12, and yeah. Where was I?
What were we saying?
Yeah, so she's enough to look after, you know, and not that it's an issue that she restricts my life, in the sense that if I were to move away or whatever, or go overseas, I'd have to find someone to look after her, or you know, if I have to move home to find a rental place that that can't have pets, then you know I'd have to bloody sneak her in, or you know, all that sort of stuff. But
that's the thing. I actually bought my house around my dog.
yeah,
I 100% did. I'm not one of. I don't get when people are like, I'm moving and I can't have my dog there. No way. I made sure that I bought a house so my dog could have a backyard.
That's great. That's awesome. That's a really good thing to do.
Yeah. See, for me, my dog is my friend.
Yeah.
She's my friend. She's like my child. Like I treat her as such.
Yeah.
She comes first. When people come over, they know that she comes first.
Yeah. I'll go and greet her when I come over.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
give
you
her-
have to go greet her.
give her little cuddles when we're playing beer pong.
Yeah.
Do little interludes.
So it's one of those. It's definitely a grey area because it's like, you know, dogs are, you know, man's best friend. They're a companion animal. So are cats. They're a great companion animal. They're probably they would be the top two companion animals. There's other things people have as pets, like birds or rabbits or guinea pigs. I think some animals to have are cruel. I definitely think some animals to have are cruel. Oh my gosh. I think there's a very fine line. This is a very fine line. What are you looking at?
Avery's comment. Look at that. You want to read that out?
It really gets on my nerves when people say they can't take their pets with them. The last dog I had, I happily went homeless for a year until I found a place for us both. Wow.
That's incredible.
That is incredible. Mad props.
Yeah,
Mad
and,
props for that.
You know, it's not their fault.
Yeah.
You know, it's not their fault that they were brought into this world when there were, you know, others that were already there, you know. Yeah, exactly. That's incredible. See, I would do exactly the same, I think.
Yeah, and my dog's very. I do say my dog because like she's my baby, so. She's gonna come on your lap. She's really good for me. She's great for my mental health. She's a great companion animal for me. Is it selfish of me to want that, or is it okay? And that's where the grey area is.
Yeah. So what we get out of them is an issue.
Yeah.
Because it means that we want more, you know. Yeah, it's that's a little bit grey, I'd say. But there's also on this we did see earlier this week. I had this idea because we've both got access to the Shit Vegans Instagram page. What does everyone think of this? If I make a post or a story asking Holly a question, and then she responds using the Shit Vegans page, and you guys are looking at it, you can see us have a conversation. How does everyone feel about that? What did you understand what I was saying?
I did after I thought about it. Yeah, after I did it, I was like, oh, I get it now. Yeah, and then I had some tragic thing happen, so I couldn't actually respond. But then, yeah, I'm like all for it.
I'm just waiting for her to bite.
She'll be right.
We have liftoff. We have liftoff. You know when you like scratch a cat's bum and they just go, ooh,
So Paul said, most of the time it is mutually beneficial, not selfish.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Very.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's
Fair point.
nice.
Yep. And also, I want to get this out before we wrap it up. We spoke about it briefly in our conversations this week. Dating a non-vegan.
Oh yeah, I think that needs to be a whole
Okay.
a whole podcast.
Yep. Okay.
I
All right.
I think that needs to be a whole chat because I can't. That's got a few complications in it. So I'm happy to actually put that on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that as.
Yeah,
we'll
I feel like that needs to actually have a whole discussion because my points for that, like I've got a few points.
Yeah, me too.
It's not just like yes or
yes,
no.
yes, this, that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm actually, I want to have that as a discussion. But we've got some things on here on this list that we were going to talk about today where I think we should do a part 2 of this. I think we should do
Yeah.
it. Grey areas part 2.
Yep. Done.
Because this one, which is I'm going to say it now, backyard eggs. We won't go into it, but that is a grey area, and I want to get more into that, but we're not going to go into it now. 'cause
Backyard
we're gonna
eggs,
run
honey. Obviously, they're not vegan, but we'll talk about it and what the reasonings, what we have come up with, and obviously, everything. Blah, blah, blah. Paul will meet a vegan girl tomorrow. Wish him luck, everyone.
good
Paul.
luck.
Good
Yay.
luck, Paul. Let's do it. Let's
That was the air
give him
horn.
one of these. Yeah, Paul. Yeah, Paul.
No, and then the air horn from me.
And I think it's this one.
There you go.
I
That
had
one's
3
from
of
me.
it, but go Paul, go Paul. But yeah, that's it. I guess we'll wrap it up there.
Yeah. So what was your verdict on that? Having pets vegan, non-vegan, grey area still?
In a non-vegan world, grey area. Ideally, in a vegan world, no pets. But we
Circumstantial?
Yeah.
Circumstantial.
Rescue the pets. Rescue the animals.
Adopt, don't shop.
Adopt, don't shop, and get on to the AG Sterling tracks. But yeah, throughout the weeks and stuff, this has been the Shit Vegan Show. It's awesome that we're like continuing it and keep it going, and I look forward to it every week. So it's good.
This was a really good one.
Like you know how sometimes you just get bored of the week. And you're like, what do I look forward to? Look forward to this every week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, do you want to tackle Avery's comment?
Yeah, Fo says, I'm dating a non-vegan, but he eats vegan at home. Any takeaway he has outside of the house is his business as long as I ain't around it or buying it.
Yeah, keep
And
these comments for
Paul
next week.
Yeah,
or the
Paul
next
says
time.
if you are dating before and trying to change him, it might work. Yes, absolutely. Join us when we do talk about this topic because it is a very interesting one for vegans and it's very divided as well.
Yeah. We could go into the Adelaide Vegans page and see what controversial topics pop up in there and
absolutely
write them down and just talk about that.
Absolutely.
Use that as a content stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
But yeah.
100%.
This has been the Shit Vegan Show. Thanks for checking us out again.
Thanks for listening and thanks for joining the conversation as
Thanks,
well.
Paul. Thanks, Holly. Thanks, everyone who's listening.
Thanks, Bo.
everyone who's all coming through on the YouTubes. And peace.
Peace.
Shit Vegans. Let me bring the thingo back in and... Oh, yeah. Shit Vegans.